All right, Panther Lair, let's talk about the Pitt Panthers ball screen defense in their loss to the Florida Gators this past Wednesday. Now, hedging is a big part of what they do in terms of ball screen defense. They don't do a lot of like drop coverage. They've done a lot of hedging. Sometimes they'll just, be up to touch with the screen. They'll just try to contain. So let's take a look at what they did, why it didn't really work, and one of the issues that this probably could present going forward. So you'll see in all four of these clips that Pitt is going to hedge ball screens. This one's going to come up here. Now, Hinson's going to do that, but this guy doesn't really even put the ball on the floor. This does nothing. Austin's not really pressuring the ball. Hinson just kind of flashes out here and then tries to recover. The issue, of course, is this always presents a situation where you might play 4 guys on 3 guys. So anytime you hedge, the recovery is really important, or the pressure on the ball handler is going to be important because you're forcing guys to be in help longer. So one of the things that Florida did well is they would kind of slip these early, and that would mean that there's definitely going to be a 4-on-3 situation. But again, there's really no pressure on the ball. Again, hedging, maybe Hinson thinks this guy's going to put the ball on the floor, but the point is to make this guy go this way so he can't round the corner, and then that'll give Hinson plenty of time to recover to his man. So whoever is having to tag this slip guy, probably Federico here, he's not kind of left out on an island. But what ends up happening here because of that, because he has to tag, is Federico's guy kind of flashes out here. So now this is a 2-on-1 situation against Federico, and Florida did a really good job of kind of this interior passing. I have a whole other set of clips to kind of showcase that a little bit more. But you're also going to see here, there's going to be another hedge, Hinson. Now, this part kind of works well, right? So you're thinking, okay, well, this guy's going to have to pick up his dribble. He's not going to be able to turn the corner. But again, that kind of quick slipping action here frees this Florida player down low, and then Clayton does a really good job. He hot the whole night, but you see he kind of came through this earlier, and then just when he saw Bub having to tag the roll guy, just kind of cut off his route and came back. So just good read by Clayton, who obviously had a really good night. So we're going to see the hedge here. So this isn't really as much of a hedge as much as kind of the contain, so off the touch. But again, the early exit, that's kind of the theme of what Florida did here of the screen. And, this player drags it out. Jeffers is probably going to have a tag, but he's trying to split here. This is just a no-win situation against Samuel. And then one more example. You're going to see this hedge over here. Quick slip. And this just ends up being a nice block by Federico, but then he picks up the foul on Samuel. So, again, hedging ball screens, it's a big part of what Pitt tries to do, but they don't really pressure the ball handler here against the Gators, and I think that was the problem. The ball handlers were never bothered. The quick slips obviously really hurt them. They probably could have varied this a little bit because I think the Florida bigs really gave Pitt problems, especially because Federico was in foul trouble, and then when they saw the fact that they were just going to slip these real quick early, that's one of the best ways to kind of attack a blitz or attack a hard hedge. So Pitt probably should have adjusted. I think they'll probably do that going forward, but this is certainly stuck out on tape to me. So I'm assuming opposing teams, if you have versatile big men who can roll to the rim, short roll, anything like that, I would certainly think they would try this.